the title of this conversation is basically for you to stay open-minded and literally to take calculated risks. And, we want to do everything in our power to make sure that we mitigate whatever risks that we have. And so, what if I could show you an opportunity where you actually can do that and you can really take advantage of it? So, I want to introduce you to a company that I have been with for roughly almost 10 weeks now. And although that seems like a short amount of time, hey Luis, how you doing? Shohan, what's up? Although that seems like a short amount of time, I would have to say the way I have taken it up until now is 10 weeks feels like it's actually been 6 months. Why? Because I'm involved in every single aspect of this company. And it is very exciting. It is very tumultuous at the same time. There's, many things that we have to do, many things that we have to actually go through to make this happen and click. And but I am proud to say that after 10 weeks, um, we have really, really come to a head and are on an awesome head of steam. So what I wanted to talk to you guys today is something that most of you here probably already know what it is, but some of you don't. So for the few of you that do not know, I will explain. So I don't know if you're too familiar or at all familiar with what a Telegram bot is, but essentially it is really an algorithmic way of growing your crypto on Telegram through their programming efforts. And then what you're doing is basically you're growing that at a certain amount per day, and basically that will really accentuate the amount of Bitcoin or Litecoin or Ethereum or Bitcoin Cash or Dash or Ethereum Classic that you actually start with, because those are the 6 cryptos that we actually have on our bot. Now, there are many different Telegram bots out there. I am proud to say that none of them promote the actual transparency and backing that we do. And that's what makes this so darn special. Really, it does. Because, and the fact of the matter that, I've been involved with, every single aspect of this company. So look, we've all been hurt by other opportunities out there. We've all had our downfalls. We've all had our failures, right? But what if, and I've said this before, but what if that last failure that you have brings you to a point where now you're at a point where actually this could be your success. So am I saying that this is exactly that? It could be for you. It depends on if it's up your alley or not. But it is probably the best thing that I've seen in 2000. I'll even say 2017 and 2018, from the standpoint of growing your crypto with a full backing of a multi-million-dollar company, which has an effort in aiding in recycling all across the world, and is basically building recycling plants all around the world. First and foremost, that first one that we have is in Geelong, Australia. We've actually purchased the land for that particular plant. We've started the funding effort for it as well. And so that will be our first place that we can actually start to build our are manufactured homes out of recycled material that we can put in third world countries. And at the same time, what we're doing is basically the way the bot is sustaining I shouldn't say that. The way the bot is maintaining its stability and sustainability is through the efforts of us partnering up with joint venture partnerships. First and foremost, the Exocetus Foundation, which by us giving them a certain amount of Bitcoin, they gave us a certain amount of money to sustain our bot for a period of 3 years. Along with that, we signed another deal with a company called the Haussmann Project, and the Haussmann Project basically will give us even further sustainability in our bot to make it hopefully go beyond 3 years. Now, the benefit of getting involved with something like this versus every other Telegram bot that's out there, and every other, honestly, opportunity for the most part that's out there, is that you can start with very little, right? So there's not a huge upfront cost for you. You can grow your crypto daily. And on top of that, you can actually aid in the effort of giving back to the environment and creating and giving yourself an ability to get involved with a cause that's extremely pertinent in today's society. So if you think about recycling, it's an effort that basically goes on for years and years and years and years and years to come. And why is it so easy for us to get the funding that we need? Well, it's because of recycling. If you think about it, recycling itself is billions and billions of dollars a year. And I don't know about you guys, but it will never stop. And so if recycling will never stop, and if the government funds are so high and the grants are so high, it's not anything we really have to worry about. So it gives us a further ability to have sustainability. And that's a really important point, right? Because a lot of other things out there are dependent on new members constantly joining. But this is not, because the amount of money that we have going into our bot over a period of 3 years exceeds $400 million. So if we have $400 million going into our bot over 3 years, do you think it really matters if we max out the amount of people that join our bot at 50,000 active members, or we just have 10,000 members? It's not going to matter, because the amount of money that we have for sustaining the bot through the foundation partnerships that we partnered with makes this a win-win for every single situation you can think of. So it is very exciting to realize that we are really somewhere where we can make a difference, and at the same time we can grow our crypto. And so I want you guys to think about all the different opportunities that are out there, and then I want you to think about if any of them can create that kind of sustainability with proof. It's not just me saying the words, there's proof backing the product. So guys, I actually wanted to keep this really short and make it as concise as possible. So I appreciate you guys taking the time to be here, and we'll talk to you real soon. Take care.